What's up, Vikings? Coach Vaughn here to show you some kettlebell education with one-arm swings. So the big difference, as Pavel states in his book, Simple and Sinister, with his research with Dr. Stuart McGill, he finds that two-arm swings produce more hip power, but when you go with one-arm swings, they produce more muscle recruitment. So the glutes and lats have to work much harder to resist rotation as we go into the one-arm swing. So what I'm going to go into is how to work your working and free arm. A lot of people have that question, what do I do with my free arm? There's three ways you can do it. Obviously, same standards, different conditions when you set up with your one-arm swing. Obviously, you want to hinge at your hips and you tilt the bell, setting it into your lats, having a nice strong grip into it. But with this hand, you can either punch with it like this, like you're loading up into a jump, or you can have the hand stay to the side. That feels normal. Personally, me, I like to shadow over it to keep my shoulders and hips square over the bell, swinging it like so. So you can go with those three options. Now with the working arm, people tend to lose it and shrug into their lat right here. So a great corrective is using a band. And I got this anchored right here. So if you loop this band around your wrist, get some tension on it, facing toward it, automatically it's giving me the exact same feeling what the kettlebell does. Because once the kettlebell is accelerated, if I swing a 60-pound kettlebell, for example, it's no longer 60 pounds. It's trying to rocket me forward this way. And this is what people do. They lose that contraction. So if I think I want to squeeze my glutes to get my hips squared off, my feet rooted, quads are tight right here, and then I pull this into my lat. The lats are the big wings right here of your back. Well, a lot of people talk about them in kettlebell training, and this is what gets your shoulders retracted and protects your shoulders right here. The key to this is what's known as external rotation in the elbow pit right here. Notice if I shrugs down, my trap activates. We don't want that. If I go up, this is still supinated down, and I have this elbow pit up at the top of that kettlebell swing. When I'm in a vertical plank with my body and it's connected to my lat, I can resist rotation much better with this band here. So always use this if you feel a little bit of a primer for your shoulders and hips to get more contraction. Then we can start putting it more together with that swing. So let's talk more about that breathing once again. You want to inhale at the back swing, exhale at the top of the swing. Get my hips set up here. I tilt the bell. I set it down. Now you can do just the same as what you did with a two-arm swing. You can do a dead stop swing as well. This teaches your start should always look like your finish. We always want to hinge the hips, slowly bringing it down to a decelerated stop. So if you're hunching like this every time, you want to protect your back, pushing those hips back, bring it down. The bell should always travel above your knees so you can maintain that neutral spine there. If it dumps below, notice what happens there. My back goes into flexion. I keep it up in that triangle right here. I can maintain it, punch it through. And what you can do, you can turn the kettlebell a little bit at the backswing and then punch it up into that lat, glutes tight, everything's packed down. So if you'd like more with that, check out my new ebook, Gotta Swing. It features how to use the kettlebell and the steel mace. It's also great for lat activation, great for shoulder resiliency. Show you in over 130 different videos with demos and tutorials in the book. If you got any more questions with that, feel free to send me a message. This is Coach Vaughn signing off. Hope you have fun with that.